Hello, I am Michelle Davies, and this is my presentation on the paper I will be contributing to the Guelph Classic Society's academic journal for 2022. I am writing a paper on the similarities between the 12 labors of Hercules, or as the Greeks say, Heracles, and the Triwizard Tournament that takes place in J.K. Rowling's book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Therefore, my paper is titled Hercules and the Triwizard Tournament. The most expansive comparison made to Greek mythology in Rowling's fourth Harry Potter installment is confined to a competition Harry is unwillingly involved in, the Triwizard Tournament. This modern novel draws strong similarities to the labors of Hercules, explained by Pseudo-Apollodorus in Bibliotheca Book 2, Chapter 5. Harry is exposed to circumstances, characters, and creatures which are a modern reflection of those in the ancient myth of Hercules. The Triwizard Tournament is broken up into 3 trials, so not nearly as many as Hercules was tasked with, but throughout the games, Harry shares experiences with the demigod. Harry must complete the previous task to move forward to the next, just like Hercules did, with many obstacles in his way that all proved to be deadly. Harry Potter had to collect a golden egg from a dragon, retrieve a thing stolen from him at the bottom of the Black Lake, and locate the Triwizard Cup in the maze full of dark creatures and spells. The Triwizard Tournament is a friendly competition between the 3 largest European schools of wizardry, but to ensure Harry competes, his name is entered as a participant from another school, thus he is forced to take part in the championship. It isn't until the end of the year that Harry finds out how his name was put in the tournament, with the goal for him to inadvertently help the Dark Lord rise again, and ultimately for Harry to die. The other champions are Victor Crumb from the Durmstrang Institute, Fleur Delacour from the Beauxbatons Academy of Magic, and Cedric Diggory from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hercules, on the other hand, is tasked with completing 10 labors over 12 years for Eurystheus by Apollo's oracle at Delphi as recompense for inadvertently murdering his children. 10 evolves into 12 when Eurystheus decides 2 labors are not completed to his satisfaction. Hercules' tasks include slaying the Nemean lion and bringing back its skin, killing the 9-headed Lernaean hydra, hunting but not hurting the Cyrenian hind of Artemis, capturing the Erythmaean boar and bringing it to Mycenae, cleaning the stables for the king Aegeus, defeating the Stymphalian birds with the help from Athena, wrestling and capturing the Cretan bull only for Eurystheus to set it free, bring the flesh-eating mares of Diomedes to Mycenae, obtain the belt of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, obtain the cattle from the monster Geryon, stealing the golden apples of the Hesperides guarded by a 100-headed dragon Ladon, and capturing the 3-headed hellhound Cerberus. The half-blood and demigod share a mixture of magical or godly blood and human blood. Harry Potter's mother was Muggle-born, meaning she came from a family with no magic, and his father was a pure-blood wizard, meaning all of his ancestors were wizards. Hercules is the son of Zeus, one of the 12 Olympian gods, and his mother was a human. Another connection from when Harry and Hercules are infants, each is assaulted by their own greatest enemy. Miraculously, however, both boys survive. Harry is attacked by Lord Voldemort, a dark wizard who tried to kill him as a baby with the curse of Avada Kedavra, whereas Hercules was attacked by 2 serpents that Hera, Zeus's wife, sent to his crib. Mad-Eye Moody, who is really Barty Crouch Jr., disguised by Polyjuice Potion, a magical liquid that can turn a person into someone else, meddles behind the scenes in the tournament from the very beginning. He plotted with the feeble Lord Voldemort to ensure Harry made it to the graveyard of Tom Riddle's father to bring Voldemort back to his full strength, as he was left deformed after trying to kill Harry. Mad-Eye Moody pretended to be an ally of Harry's, offering assistance when Harry found out he had to battle a dragon in the first task of the Triwizard Tournament. Similarly, Hera, angry and jealous at Zeus for having a son with a Greek mortal, continuously tried to hurt Hercules as payback for his father's infidelity. She did not stop with sending her snakes to his crib. She made sure Hercules would not rule Mycenae, and she put the spell of delusion and rage over Hercules, which made him kill his children, and depending on the retelling, his wife Megara as well. This action, the killing of his family, is what made Hercules seek forgiveness and set him on the path of completing the 12 labors. Finally, she disguised herself as a Hippolyte warrior to convince the tribe that Hercules' intention was to carry off the queen, causing them to prepare for battle. Hercules and his Greek army fought the Hippolyte warriors, resulting in him killing the queen and stealing the belt. Hercules and Harry's nemesis are the ones orchestrating the hero's success or lack of during their tasks from behind the scenes. The Hippolyte warriors show a striking comparison to the Mer people of the Black Lake. Much like the Hippolyte warriors, the Mer people, who all appear as women in the movie adaptation, would not aid Harry in his quest of retrieving the item stolen from him and attacked him when he tried to break the rules. Harry discovered that this item was actually his friend Ron, and his friend Hermione was also there as an item of Harry's competitor, Victor Crumb. Even though Hercules had no intention of any rule breaking, but Hera made the warriors believe Hercules would go back on his arrangement with their queen, and Harry just wanted to save both of his friends, defying the regulations of the tournament, both groups of female warriors attacked the heroes. Harry and Hercules share another similar task, fighting a beast with impervious skin. Harry had to face a Hungarian horn-tailed dragon in his first task, and Hercules' first labor was to kill the Nemean lion, an invulnerable beast. No weapon or spell hurt these creatures, and both protagonists had to think critically to defeat them. Harry performed skilled flying maneuvers on his broomstick until the dragon could not dodge a stone bridge, hitting it and falling into a ravine. Hercules had to choke the lion as nothing could pierce through its skin. Harry's first task also shows parallels to Hercules' 11th labor, retrieving the golden apples of the Hesperides. In some cases, Hercules plucked the apples himself after killing the guardian snake, a dragon called Ladon. Therefore, both heroes had to retrieve a golden object guarded by a vicious dragon. For Harry, the nastiest dragon available, and Hercules, one with 100 heads. Champions were not allowed to receive help during the Triwizard Tournament, but Dumbledore kept a watchful eye out for Harry. He hired his old friend, Alistair Moody, to make sure the Durmstrang headmaster, an ex-follower of Lord Voldemort, who would be coming with his potential champions, could not get up to any mischief. Dumbledore did not teach Harry any subject specifically, but he did teach him life lessons and how to fulfill his potential as the Chosen One. Hercules, along with many heroes, were taught by Chiron, a centaur who was gifted with wisdom by Apollo. Chiron contributed to Hercules' strength and wisdom, having taught all his pupils to combine their physical, moral, and intellectual strengths to be truly heroic. Dumbledore and Chiron were both mentors to the young heroes, helping them fulfill their quests. Even though Pegasus is not a part of the ancient Greek myth, and the relationship between him and Hercules is only seen in the Disney adaptation, there is a similarity between Pegasus and Harry's coveted broom, the Firebolt. Both act as a reliable means of transportation away from danger. Harry escapes the fire-breathing Hungarian horntail, and Pegasus serves as Hercules' getaway car from danger. Athena aided Hercules in his 6th labor. The hero had to drive off a massive group of birds, but could not do it alone. Athena gave him noisemakers made by Hephaestus to scare them off. He could not have completed this task without her help and guidance. McGonagall provides emotional support to Harry as well as maternal protection. She fiercely argues that Harry should not have to compete in the Triwizard Tournament because he was underage and did not enter the competition himself. Minerva McGonagall has even been given the Roman name of Athena herself. Something I will explore in my essay is the relationship between the past cult of Hercules and the present fans of Harry Potter. It is not known if Hercules was a real man or just a myth of the ancient Greeks and Romans, just as Harry Potter is a character in the worldwide book and film franchise. The legends of the past are just as important as their modern retellings. The Harry Potter stories renew interest in its ancient Greek and Roman predecessor. I hope to analyze the evolution of people, quote-unquote, worshipping these characters and how this connection is important to an educated society. Finally, Harry and Hercules both had someone help them along their journey. Harry Potter formed an alliance with another Hogwarts champion after telling him the first task would involve fighting a dragon. Harry learned this information from his friend and mentor Hagrid the Gamekeeper, and knew the Durmstrang and Beauxbaton's champions knew as well. In order to prepare Cedric for what was in store, Harry told him about the first task. To return the favor, Cedric helped Harry decipher a message in the golden egg retrieved in the first task, which was needed to understand the goal of the second task. From there, the two aided each other in the final task, trying to survive a maze full of dangerous creatures and spells. For Hercules, his ally was his nephew Iolaus. Iolaus helped Hercules in his second task, killing the Hydra. He cauterized the wounds after Hercules sliced off the many heads of the Hydra, stopping them from regrowing and returning twofold. He also helped Hercules when the demigod was tasked with stealing a herd of cattle, which when he finally brought back to Eurystheus, he sacrificed in the name of Hera. Overall, both heroes are given assistance, Harry more than Hercules, and ultimately accomplish their tasks, Hercules achieving reconciliation and immortality, and Harry surviving and obtaining a monetary prize. Each receives a gift that the people of the time period would have cherished. However, neither character participated in their labors for the reward. Hercules and Harry are changed by their accomplishments, as both conquered death on multiple occasions, only increasing their fame in society. The myth of Hercules' labors was clearly drawn upon throughout Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and has noticeable connections to this modern adaptation.